Hi everyone, I'm Nick Altmeyer with linkinglewiscounty.com. I'm here today with Matthew Yvonne, and Matthew has been our intern here at Linking Lewis County over the last 6 weeks, and Matthew is with the BOCES program. And tell us where you go to school, Matthew.
I go to school at Beaver River Central School. I'm in the senior class currently. I'm the senior class president, and I do visual communications over at BOCES.
All right. So how many years have you attended BOCES?
I've attended BOCES for 2 years now.
Okay. And you said you work in the visual communications program. So BOCES every year sends out their students into the community. So kind of tell us how your internship here at Linking Lewis County came about.
So, as a part of the BOCES program, you're required to do a number of work-based learning hours. And the most common form of earning those hours is via an internship program. And I looked around for different graphic design locations around Lewis County and people that needed help in the graphic design department. And the ones that I did contact before, I did contact 2 of them. They were not in need of my assistance, and so I ended up, I did recall linkinglewiscounty.com, and it's a very, when I saw it before, it was a very old-fashioned looking website, and I am like a huge nostalgic person. I really like old-fashioned sort of websites. Other than my graphic design skills, I also have web development skills. And so I was hoping that my web development skills would help them out. And so I contacted Nick, and he decided to take me up as an intern. And I am thankful to be here.
All right. Well, it sounds like we're lucky to have you because we weren't your first choice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So at the visual communications program, that's kind of like a broad spectrum of topics and things that you guys work on there. So it can be graphic design, you work with video editing, you work with like software programming, coding, things like that. So it kind of encompasses a lot of different aspects of visual communications.
That's right.
Okay. So here we are actually, some places you might go and you're just designing graphics or something like that. Here we kind of gave you the opportunity to take a little bit of everything that you learn in the visual communication. So not just graphic design, but video editing and all kinds of different things. And like you mentioned, many of our users know that last year, right around this time, we lost the web program that we had been using for like 6 years for our website. So we've kind of been in like a temporary solution in the meantime, and Matthew's really been a great asset and has really been helping us with developing a program specific to linkinglewiscounty.com that we're hoping to be able to implement here pretty quick.
Yes, and so this program that I'm developing it from the ground up, using some other open source utilities. And I'm developing it to the exact specifications that Nick and the other employees here need. And I feel like it's helping them. I feel like I'm filling in a valuable role here.
Definitely. So you've also spent some time working with our graphic designer here at Linking Lewis County, Heidi Van Zant. So you and Heidi have undertaken a few projects from the design aspect of things. So some of you might have noticed recently some of our web graphics have been updated, like some of the images that we use on Facebook for news alerts, weather alerts, things like that. Were developed and designed by Matthew and Heidi. Some of the one of the projects you guys worked on was our Going Green for Mental Health Month. So that whole display that you see when you drive by our place on Main Street here in Lowville, that was you and Heidi kind of came up with that concept and put that together. We've taken you out on a couple of photo shoots. So I think when Senator Griffith was in town to hand out some Empire Awards, you came along for that, helped with some photo taking, video, things like that. So what's been your favorite part of the experience so far?
I would have to say designing with Heidi would actually be my favorite part of the experience, because it really allows me to first of all work with somebody and like get critiques and go through like the design process in order to make designs, and then see that my designs are being used and somebody appreciates them is extremely valuable to me.
For sure. So you guys have done everything from like event posters. I think there's a couple event posters that you guys kind of created or put together. I know I could think of one in particular that we kind of got submitted to us as like a handwritten poster, and you guys kind of took all that information and created it into a digital version for the organization. Some advertiser graphics. I think you guys have worked on a couple of advertising graphics, some help wanted ads, things like that, that people send in to us, and generally sometimes just have the text information, and then you guys go ahead and build it into a graphic or whatever. So yeah, lots of different things that you've been working on, and it truly has been a pleasure to have you here to work with. You've really brought a lot of great insight. It's always interesting to work with the next generation and kind of see what they're learning and what they're doing and kind of how they visualize things. And we all know this is a market that things digitally it's ever so changing. So staying up to date on all of that kind of stuff, it's really been helpful to have you here, and kind of I think we might have actually learned as much from you as you've probably gained from working here with us.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so what kind of things do you hope to accomplish after your internship here is over?
Some things that I'd like to accomplish. So I have a lot of skills as far as web development, software development, graphic design, and so that puts me in a place where I can become what is called a full stack developer. And when developing any sort of internet application or even local software application, there's a lot that goes into it, and a full stack developer covers each of those fields, and those fields are three primary fields when it comes to any sort of software application, and that's the front end, which is what the users see and interact with; the back end, which is what is running on a machine somewhere or a hosting farm, and basically is the back end, what's running on these servers and what's keeping your data in the cloud. And then there's also the database and database engineering, which is the database is what stores the information that's held by the application, at least on the server end. And I feel like at this point I do really well in all three of those areas, and with studying and practice I can perfect that trade and hopefully get a job in that field.
So basically, when people are looking at the website, there's so much more going on behind the scenes that
Absolutely.
you really don't see. I mean, you see a nicely formatted presentation presented to you when you visit linkinglewiscounty.com, or any website for that matter. But there's so many things going on behind the scenes that go into the programming languages and, like you said, the databases and everything like that. So it really is an important task and function, and definitely something that is a high need for in this day and age. So like I said, it's truly been a pleasure having you working here as our intern. We're hoping that maybe we might be seeing a little bit more of Matthew around throughout the summer, so after the internship's over. So we'll see where that goes, but we wish you the best of luck with graduation, and we really appreciate all of the insight and everything that you've been able to provide us here during the 6 weeks that you've been here. So this is your last week, so as an intern. But like I said, it's truly been a pleasure to have you here, Matthew. So we appreciate you coming. And did you have anything else you wanted to say?
Yes, so I'm thankful to be here. I feel like I fill in a valuable role. I feel like a lot of my skills are being used here, and I value that a lot. And I love the people here. I love working here. It's a great experience.
Well, it's been truly a pleasure having you. Thank you.